Good morning, friends. This is Yugal Parashar for the Indian News. We have a gentleman here today in our studios, friend. His name is Scott Sinclair,
Hi,
who is donor relations at NZ Blood.
that's right.
Good morning, Scott, and welcome to the news. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for inviting me along today to talk about blood and all the wonders that it does.
Wonderful. Now, we'll start with the obvious question. What is plasma?
Plasma, right. So in your blood, there are three components. There's the red cells, which carry your oxygen, your iron levels around.
Yeah.
Platelets, which are the thing that when you cut yourself or it starts clotting so you don't bleed out. And there's plasma, which is currently what I'm here to talk about today. It is a lot of water-based, about 92% of it is water, but there are 7% in it, which are these amazing proteins. And it's those proteins that are very special that can save lives. Yeah, you get your plasma back after about 24 hours when you donate. So it's a lot easier on the body when you do donate plasma.
So, what this plasma is used for?
So plasma is made into 11 products. It can help people with chemotherapy, kidney transplants, burn victims, anyone you've had major loss of blood. But what's driving a lot of our demand for plasma right now is for people with autoimmune disorders. So people who have an immune system that isn't defending themselves. So they're vulnerable to bacteria and viruses. So we give this drug made from plasma, and it balances out their immune system so they can live a great normal life, which is pretty cool.
So, explain me, Scott, how do you separate the term plasma from, the layman's language, blood donation and plasma donation? How do you differentiate the two?
Yeah, so most people donate, they think of the red stuff, the red bag, and that's what we call a whole blood donation because it has the three components. It's got your whole blood, your red cells, your plasma, and your platelets.
Yeah.
And so when you come to donate, you can do a specific plasma donation, and that's sitting on a machine that takes up your whole blood donation, and we separate it out, and we put your red cells back in your arm and your platelets, and we just take out the plasma. So it's just
So the remaining part of the blood goes back to your body.
goes back in your body. So
Oh, wonderful.
particularly if you've had issues with iron and you're a bit low on iron and the energy, this is a better donation because you actually get those back. You don't lose as much iron. So a lot of people feel actually better after donating because they don't feel quite as tired and then drained after donating plasma.
So, are we getting enough of plasma donation in Auckland or, for that matter, New Zealand wide?
Currently, unfortunately, not. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, the demand for plasma has gone up a lot. What we need a lot more of.
Yeah.
We are in Auckland probably 200 a week of plasma units below where we need to be, which is not a great position to be in, and so we need to educate and inspire people to do plasma because it's currently what we're struggling to get at the moment.
Great. So, tell me, who can donate the plasma?
So you have to have good veins. Often we get people to donate a normal donation first to see if it's okay, but
Yeah.
you can go straight to plasma. But yeah, we do. You do have to have good veins, so we always suggest that you drink lots of water before you donate plasma. We particularly like AB donors, B blood type donors, but anyone can donate. The only ones we might restrict are people who are a bit too small, because we take a fair amount of plasma around, and if you're a bit too small, we might take too much. So there's a bit of a height weight restriction around that. But, you have to be 16 and you can go up to 70 years old to donate plasma. So basically, it's quite a lot of people that can actually do it.
Okay, Scott, since the Indian News represents the Indian community in New Zealand, so tell me, how can the Indian community help you in this plasma drive?
Oh, thank you. Well, as I was talking to you off air before about how I've had some great interactions with the Indian community, and they love to give. They are such a giving community, and what sometimes people cannot donate blood if they've travelled or they've had malaria, or particularly with the Indian community, you're high in B positive blood, and B positive in New Zealand is about 10% of the population. So it often isn't being used as much. So donating plasma doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have malaria, it doesn't matter if you're B positive, all those great stuff is fantastic for plasma. And so the community can really help out because it's a way to give, and you're not restricted as much. So what I wanted is to sort of connect with the Indian community now and through you guys, just to say thank you first and foremost for the donations you've done in the past. But if you're willing to do a little bit more, come donate plasma.
My next question is just addition to my earlier question. Do the Indians make a good plasma donors?
Fantastic.
Really?
Absolutely
Okay.
fantastic.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, they're amazing. And I've had nothing but great things with the Indian community. They've come out and lots of people and donated. And now I'm just asking if they're keen, come and help us donate plasma. We think it's a much better suited sort of donation for Indians, and I think it'd be great to have them.
So where can one donate plasma if one decides to?
So we've got many sites around Auckland. We've got our wonderful New Zealand Blood website, which you can bring up a map and it'll show where all our plasma sites are.
Yeah.
But in terms of locally, we've got our Epsom Donor Centre. We also have a new one here at just next door here at the community hall here.
That's correct, yeah.
And we'll be there on the 22nd of July to the 26th of July coming up.
I think they have decided to have this camp here, the donors camp,
Yeah,
once every month for 4 months. So the first month is already done.
that's right. We're into our second one.
They could be coming the second one this month only.
So don't miss out. We want to keep coming back. So if you're interested,
Yeah.
come along. But otherwise, we've got Manukau, Takapuna, and we have mobiles that go out each day for a week. So we have obviously the Balmoral one we mentioned here, but we've got Albany, Pukekohe, and Henderson, as well as Howick. So we cover a fair bit of Auckland.
How was the response though in your the donation camp?
It was okay,
Yeah.
but we certainly didn't get where we needed to get. So if anyone is interested, please come along, help us out.
Sure. Now, what can one expect while donating plasma?
So you are donating a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So instead of whole blood, normal donations about 5-10 minutes on the bed, you're about 30 to 40 minutes on the bed as it goes through the cycles and taking them out.
Sure.
But as I mentioned, you feel less tired afterwards, and you can kind of go off and do most things where otherwise you might not with whole blood. Drink lots of fluids before coming, and have a good meal. Other than that, it's pretty much straightforward.
So are there any other medical symptoms apart from drowsiness or something after the donation?
No. Particularly if you've donated before, provided you've got good veins, you'll have a smooth run of it.
What message, if this is the last one, so what message would you want to give to the community and Indian community in particular?
Just how amazing you guys are. I guess it's been 16 years in this job, and every interaction I've had with them has just been heartwarming. I've actually met a lot of Indian people and grown some good friendships and relationships with them. And I know that you guys speak a lot with your heart, and I just want to say thank you again for all the donations you've done. But come out if you want to come and help out. If you've got the time, donate plasma, and we'll thank you so much and give you a few treats, a chocolate picky and a drink or two. And yeah, we'd love to see you.
On that note, thank you so much, Scott, for your time and speaking to the Indian News.
Thank you.
And all the very best for your future endeavor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.